the best time to buy is yesterday.
Yeah.
And so if you take the time to do a lot of research and think that maybe 6 months from now or a year from now is better, then what I tell you is no.
Hey everyone, it's Lawrence Mack here from Remax Realtron, here with Eric Main from Eric Main Mortgages. Thanks for coming here.
Oh, happy to be here again.
Excellent. Today we're going to go talk about something called timing the market, which a lot of people ask about because as I've covered in other videos, the market goes up and down depending, typically the spring market is the highest and then followed by the fall market is the next highest in terms of the value, and the best time to buy usually is in the summer or the winter time. And so a lot of people ask whether or not they should time the market, and so that's my question to Eric today. Should someone try to time the market to buy a house?
Well, plain and simply, no.
No.
I think in my experience that there's way too many variables for somebody to consider when it comes to timing the market. The best time to buy is yesterday.
Yeah.
And so if you take the time to do a lot of research and think that maybe 6 months from now or a year from now is better, then what I tell you is no. The best time, like I said, was yesterday to have bought, to take advantage of any appreciation, because any appreciation within like 3 to 5% is better than no appreciation at all.
Exactly. I also feel similarly when you're moving that a lot of the times you move because you have to move and not because you kind of want to move.
Exactly.
And so, death, divorce, new job, new baby, whatever it is, that's typically the reason why you move, and so that should be a better consideration, except for, of course, investors. Mm-hmm. So then the second question is, in this very competitive market, if you're trying to win an offer, especially in a multiple offer situation, how do we increase the chances of helping the buyer buy it?
Well, essentially what you can do, instead of timing the market and figuring out whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, is you can have having a really good buying situation, mm-hmm. where your conditions of financing, things like conditional financing could be negotiated, having things like your speaking to a mortgage broker or mortgage agent up front and making sure you're pre-qualified, speaking to a qualified mortgage agent that will actually take the time to review your documents and make sure that you do go in strong with a good offer, and that that you can go in with maybe, instead of a 5 business day condition of financing, you can go in with a 2 to 3 business day mm-hmm. condition of financing. And in some cases, when a mortgage broker or agent knows that the mortgage is a slam dunk of a deal, then they can, in some cases where it's not always recommended, but they can go with no condition of financing. Mm-hmm. And that can definitely make or break a deal, sweeten the pot a lot.
Right. And then so what additional documentation would really help out in that case, just to get it, get all your ducks in a row beforehand, before you go in?
Yeah, well, if you're buying your very first home, things that are recommended are things like your pay stubs, the last mm-hmm. maybe 2 or 3 pay stubs. Talk to your employer and make sure that they're prepared to be able to receive a call, because a job letter is always great with indicating things like whether you're salaried, your hourly, if you're hourly, how much your hourly rate is, how many hours are guaranteed. Also your last T1 general and corresponding notice of assessment. If you are self-employed, things like your T1 generals for the last 2 years and your corresponding notice of assessments, and also the self-employment documentations. Mm-hmm. So all that information, if you have them all up front, it helps your mortgage agent have all the relevant information handy, so that when it does come time to put on your offer, then that all your documentation has already been pre-qualified and pre-screened, and you can go in confident.
So you really do recommend that you try to get all this prepared beforehand, as opposed to waiting for the, say, 5-day financial conditional period?
Yeah, well, if you can still include the 5 business day conditional mm-hmm. period, then it's always great. It does help the mortgage agent that's doing your actual deal. But if you have all your documents up front, then essentially what we're doing at that point is hitting send over to the underwriters, so for them to review the documents. And if you already have everything up front, underwriters love that, and they'll review your document first, and they'll put you at the top of the line, and essentially you let them know everything's already up front and ready to go. And when an underwriter sees that all the ducks are in a row and all the T's have been crossed and all the I's have been dotted, then they'll deal with your mortgage with due diligence and make sure that your mortgage is approved in a timely manner.
Sounds like good advice. So basically, probably try not to time the market, according to Eric, and if you're going to go put in an offer, try to get all the paperwork done ahead of time.
Exactly.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for joining us, and if you have any questions about mortgages, just talk to Eric Main anytime.
Happy to help.
Thanks. Bye-bye.